Welcome into a special edition of the Coyote Net Report. I'm here with Coach Leanne Williamson as we get ready for National Signing Day. Four young ladies will be signing NLIs to join the volleyball team coming up in the fall of 2020. Atlee Carey, Brooklyn Schramm, Maddie Johnson, and Evelyn Dietrich. And those four individuals all got the chance to play in the state tournament this year.
Yeah, I think it's pretty unique to have all four of our signees to be playing in that state tournament. And I think it just goes to show the level that those players are at and what they were able to do and help their teams accomplish. And for Evelyn, obviously, to win a state title, there to finish up her high school career is a pretty cool feat to end on. And we're just excited for the four of them to be able to bring in that high level and the competitive natures that they've all had, obviously, to be at that level into our program in the fall.
And I'll start with Atlee Carey, middle blocker from Lincoln, Nebraska. She attends Waverly High School. Waverly this year advanced to the Class B state semifinals. And Atlee was a 4-year member of the varsity team at Waverly.
I mean, Atlee, I think, again, plays at a high level. She's one that I think will do extremely well with our group of middles that we have right now. I mean, she's going to add to that depth, and that's a position that we've actually had a good amount of depth in even this year. But she's one that did have an injury that kept her out of the club season. So for her to be able to be making the strides that she is now, we had her at camp and we were able to work with her a little bit there, and to see the strides that she's made has been really good. And I think she's just a player that's going to take off when she gets here.
And Evelyn Dietrich, outside hitter from Overland Park, Kansas, and her Blue Valley High School team won the Class 6A in the sixth class system in Kansas state title in a best-of-3 match. And after falling just short in the state championship as a junior.
Yeah, I mean, Evelyn is somebody that people are going to enjoy watching. She is fiery. She plays with a whole lot of passion. She is one that I think people are going to, they're going to have fun with. I mean, she's somebody that can play multiple positions. She's somebody that is a little bit undersized for an outside, but we've had undersized outsides that have done really well in the past. But she's also somebody that if she doesn't win that role, she could easily be in a defensive role for us. So I'm excited to see what she can accomplish when she's here. But she's one that, again, I think she's going to be a lot of fun to watch. She's going to be a lot of fun to coach. And I think people are just going to really enjoy seeing her personality come out.
And Maddie Johnson, an outside hitter from Potter, Nebraska, goes to Sidney High School. And her Sidney team went to the state tournament this year. And I look at something that stands out as she played all the way around in high school with over 1,000 kills and over 1,000 digs.
Yeah, I mean, Maddie's been one that has done it all for her high school. She's been kind of a leader in that area for a couple of years now. So she's going to have a little bit of a higher volleyball IQ because of that. She's had to play every position. She's had to really understand the game to have the success that she's had. And again, for her, I think for her to come in and be able to train with us and with some of the things that we teach, I think she's going to be one that could take off really quickly as well. She's one that absolutely loves the Coyotes right now. She has been to a ton of matches. She comes and watches whenever she can. She reaches out and she really follows along. And I know she's one that is going to absolutely bleed red, and she is already before she even gets here. But again, another high-level volleyball player that is going to add to our depth in that position.
And finally, Brooklyn Schramm is a setter from Papillion, Nebraska, and plays for that powerhouse Papillion. If you're a fan from the Midwest, you know about the Papillion La Vista high school volleyball team, and her team played in the state tournament all 4 seasons, and she's the career assist leader at her school.
I mean, Brooklyn is one that we're, again, very excited about. And we're excited about this entire class. But setters, for me, have always been extremely fun to recruit and fun to watch them grow. And I think, really once they get here and once they know our system and how we do things, I think you can really see the growth in each of those players. So we're pretty picky when it comes to setters. And I think Brooklyn is one that is going to come in and do some really good things for us. She's going to continue to raise the level in our own gym. She's one that plays at a high level, both obviously at high school, but then in club as well. So she's played on the biggest stage. She's played some of those best teams in the country, and with that comes some of that knowledge that you can only gain through those situations. So she's one. I'm excited to see what she can do, but I think her and and obviously our current setter right now, Madison, working together, it's going to be a really good duo.
And yet, how key is it? A final question for these kids to try to get here. I mean, in the summer and get the atmosphere down and get around campus a little bit before classes start.
Yeah, I mean, obviously every player is a little bit different of whether or not they're able to come in early, just depending on what their schedule is with their club team and with their families. So we haven't had those final conversations with them yet on what their thoughts are, but I know there are a few of them that do want to come in the summer. And with that, to be able to put in that time and get to know the team at a higher rate, and to be able to play and be in the weight room, I mean, those things are really, really important, I think, for them to kind of feel like they have that jump start when we start preseason. So, I know that a couple of them talked about it. I hope it works out again for them to take a class and be here and just spend some of that quality time with the team, so that when we do start preseason, that we can really hit the ground running. And that's what we were able to do this year. And I do think that all those freshmen do believe that it was very good for them, very important for them to be able to play at that higher level. So I'd love to see, all of them, take care of that and use that time as well. But it can really just make things so much smoother, that transition from the high school game to the college game, and going into preseason with coaches all of a sudden where they already have a good idea of what we're doing and why. So, but this group, I mean, I think they're another special group. I think they're another group that can come in and do some really good things. They're going to challenge the people that are here right now, and that's exactly what we want. We want people that are going to make people uncomfortable, within their positions, so that we are constantly growing. We're constantly competing, which means that we are getting better as individuals, and ultimately we're going to be the best team that we can be.
And once again, you were listening to a special edition of the Coyote Report with Coach Leanne Williamson.